In Chapter 2, we focused on permission, your authority to practice through proper licensure. Now we turn to visibility, how you present yourself and your listings to the public. If Chapter 2 asked, "Are you legally allowed to act?" Chapter 3 asks, "Are you marketing legally?" Advertising has always been one of the most complaint-driven areas in Arizona real estate. But in 2025, advertising is no longer just yard signs and MLS remarks. It is live streams, Instagram reels, digital staging, AI-enhanced twilight photos, auto-generated listing descriptions, and team-branded landing pages. The 2025 Rule Overhaul modernized Article 5 to reflect that reality. And as we have repeated throughout this course, clarity increases enforceability. Modern terminology. Added. One of the most significant shifts in Article 5 is the modernization of language. The rules now reflect contemporary advertising methods rather than outdated print-era terminology. In 2005, advertising meant newspaper ads, printed brochures, direct mail postcards, yard signs. In 2025, advertising includes social media posts, paid digital ads, video walkthroughs, auto-generated listing content, AI-rendered images, influencer-style promotions, landing pages and funnels. The modernization updated terminology to encompass electronic media broadly. This prevents agents from arguing that a specific platform wasn't mentioned. Let's make this practical. An agent posts a 30-second TikTok-style video promoting a new listing, but fails to include the brokerage name clearly and conspicuously. Under outdated language, one might argue that the rule contemplated traditional advertisements. Under clarified language, digital platforms fall squarely within advertising standards. If it promotes real estate services, it is advertising. The format does not matter. The function does. That is the shift. AI and renderings addressed. Now we move into one of the most important developments of 2025. AI. Artificial intelligence can now generate listing descriptions, create virtual staging, enhance property lighting, remove visible flaws, add landscaping, simulate renovations, produce voiceovers, create promotional videos. The technology is impressive. But here is the legal question. When does enhancement become misrepresentation? Article 5 modernization acknowledges AI-generated and digitally altered content within the broader advertising framework. It does not ban AI. It regulates how it may be used. Consider this example. You list a home with outdated cabinets and worn flooring. You digitally stage the property using AI to show modern white shaker cabinets and hardwood floors, without disclosing that these features do not exist. A buyer relies on that marketing when deciding to view the home. That can cross the line from enhancement into misleading advertising. Arizona law has long prohibited misrepresentation under ARS paragraph 32-2153. The modernization simply ensures that AI tools do not create a loophole. Let's consider another scenario. You use AI to write a listing description that exaggerates square footage or school boundaries because the software auto-filled incorrect information. "I didn't write it, the AI did," is not a defense. You are responsible for your advertising. AI is a tool. The licensee is accountable. That accountability theme ties directly back to Chapter 1's risk shift. Less ambiguity means less room to blame technology. Electronic medium standards. Clarified electronic advertising is now the primary method of marketing property. Article 5 clarifies that electronic media must meet the same standards as traditional advertising. Truthful, not misleading. Proper brokerage identification, compliance with supervision standards. Let's walk through a composite example. You are a team lead. Your team Instagram page features only the team name in large font. The brokerage name appears in tiny text in the bio, not clearly visible in the post itself. Under clarified electronic standards, the question becomes whether brokerage identification is sufficiently clear and conspicuous. If it is not, the department does not need to debate whether Instagram counts as advertising. It does. Or imagine you boost a Facebook ad targeting first-time buyers but fail to disclose material limitations or exaggerate incentives. Electronic advertising is not casual advertising, it is regulated advertising. And because electronic posts are archived and screen captured easily, they often provide clear evidence in complaint investigations. Digital marketing leaves a footprint. How this connects to broker liability. Remember from Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 that supervision standards were clarified. Advertising is not just the agent's issue. It is also the broker's issue. Under Article 11 supervision standards, the designated broker is responsible for supervising advertising conducted under the brokerage. If a salesperson posts misleading AI-enhanced content, the broker's supervision may be examined. This overlap is intentional. Article 3 governs licensure. Article 5 governs advertising. Article 11 governs supervision. They are interconnected. A digitally altered listing by an inactive agent under an unsupervised brokerage creates layered violations: licensure violation, advertising violation, supervision violation, and because the rules are clearer, enforcement becomes more straightforward. A court perspective on advertising. Arizona courts have long reinforced that real estate licensees owe duties of honesty and reasonable care to the public. In cases like Hill v. Jones, although focused on disclosure of property conditions, the principle is clear. Material misrepresentation exposes agents to liability. Now apply that principle to AI-enhanced marketing. If marketing materially misrepresents the condition or characteristics of a property, the technology used does not change the legal duty. The duty remains honesty and reasonable care. Modernized rules simply recognize modern tools. A practical compliance mindset. As you leave this module, consider adopting this mental checklist before posting. Is it accurate? Is it clearly identified with the brokerage? Would a reasonable consumer be misled? Am I comfortable defending this in a disciplinary hearing? If the answer to the last question makes you uneasy, reconsider the post. In 2025, digital advertising is both powerful and permanent. The rules now clearly reflect that reality. How this leads into Section 3.2. In the next module, we will dive deeper into designated broker responsibility under R4 28502, examining how supervision applies to advertising, teams, and digital platforms. Because in modern real estate practice, marketing is rarely isolated. It is collaborative, and collaboration increases both opportunity and exposure.